Say rolling around, sitting on doves, can't lie, I was high on shrubs.
Send topical back with another video. I'm Strange Wang. He is Nate. Today we are doing Oscar winners movie Oscars. And that sounds stupid, but the idea is great. The idea came from Nate himself. And the idea is we have this thing where we do genre Oscars. Well, we're not doing a genre because these are Oscar winners. So every film that ever won an Oscar in that category can and will be nominated. Has a chance to be nominated in our... It was going to take over.
You're doing great. Yeah, Oscar movie Oscars. So we picked how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the more predominant categories in the Oscar. We nominated films or people for those Oscars, but the rule was you could only nominate films or people who had won in that category in the past. So if a film won Best Picture in 1942, it is eligible to be nominated for our all-time Best Pictures Oscar. If a film won Best Animated Feature in 2002, because I think that was as far back as it went, any film that's ever been nominated and won in that category is eligible for nomination in our category, but they had to win. So our nominations are all made up of previous winners in that category.
And if you stuck around 2 minutes of us explaining that, we appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and list the categories we're doing. Obviously, Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Director, Best Cinematography, and Best Animated Film. We did combine a category, the screenplays. We just threw them both together.
Yeah.
That's just the way the cookie crumbles. So, let's get started.
Okay, so first up we have Best Animated Feature. And so my 3 nominees were... This one was the easiest because this category has been around since I was 12 the first year that this... So, it didn't... When Toy Story came out, this didn't exist. When any of, the real classic Disney movies came out, this category didn't exist. So, my 3 nominees are the most recent winner, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Coco, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I thought Pinocchio and another movie would have been fighting for that third spot. I knew Coco was going to make it on yours.
Yeah.
Me personally, we try to keep these as non-biased as we possibly can. So, to me, it was a no-brainer to put Shrek on there. Growing up in the Shrek era.
First winner.
Yeah. Growing up and seeing how big Shrek was. And then they just kept making movies.
Yeah.
But Shrek, Inside Out, which probably would have been your 4th or 5th.
Well, I figured you were going to nominate it, so I went with Coco with my Pixar pick, but
we do have one in common, and we do have one in common because it did get the most votes. It automatically wins, and that is Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Automatic dub.
Yeah. Deservedly so. That movie's absolutely incredible.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. So next up, we have Best Cinematography. Did you do names for this, or did you just do the movie?
I did names for some of them, and then some of them I got lazy and didn't put names.
Okay. So my nominations are Robert Elswit for There Will Be Blood, Roger Deakins for Blade Runner 2049, and Russell Carpenter for Titanic.
Titanic, I wanted to put Titanic. I couldn't fit Titanic. I did fit Linus Sandgren for La La Land.
Sandridge?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Vittorio Storio for Apocalypse Now. And the easiest name to say, Roger Deakins for 1917.
Oh, okay. So we got
2 Deakins.
We got six full nominees.
And when we have 6 full nominees, we break them down. So, first off, we're going to take one of ours off. So, it will be 4 nominations altogether. I will be taking off La La Land. So I have 1917 and Apocalypse Now still in the running.
Okay. I'm going to take. Oh, tough.
It is tough.
Yeah.
A lot of beautiful movies out there.
I'm going to take Russell Carpenter off for Titanic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we explain why we have these movies on here, and then the other person will take one off
Of the other person's list. Yeah.
Exactly. So 1917, that movie, you watch it and the cinematography will leave you speechless. Simple as that. Apocalypse Now, iconicness.
Yeah. It was
Like,
actually my number 4. Yeah.
people have ripped that movie off so many fucking times. The skyline with the choppers coming over. So many iconic, beautiful scenes just because of how it was shot.
Yeah.
Martin coming out water. I could go on and on and on and on. But everyone knows how iconically shot that film is.
Yeah, for sure.
So
And it has Harrison Ford in it.
it does.
So, yeah.
And the bird guy from John Wick.
Bird. Lawrence Fishburne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was 15 years old. He shouldn't have been in that movie.
Fair enough.
It's true.
Are we going back and forth on this? Or are you going to explain your other one?
No, the other one got taken off.
Oh, wait, you did talk about both.
So which one you
Yeah,
taking
my bad.
off?
Well, wait, do you want me to explain mine first, or do you want me to go ahead and rip one of yours off?
Yeah, explain yours. And
Okay. So I have There Will Be Blood left. Absolutely incredible, beautiful movie. The scene that sticks out the most is probably when the oil rig catches on fire. Incredibly shot scene. But for a film that takes such place in like kind of a barren like setting, to get the color pop that they got off of it, knowing how to use contrast for close-ups, the wide shots, everything in this movie is incredibly well shot and beautiful. And I think that if it isn't shot the way that it is, this is really the reason I nominated it. I love There Will Be Blood. Daniel Day-Lewis is incredible. The script is good, but if that movie doesn't look as gorgeous as it is, I don't think that it is regarded as one of the great films that it is today. Like if it's half-assed shot, then that movie fades away into obscurity. And I think its cinematography is what pushes it over the edge. So I felt like it deserved a nomination for sure. Blade Runner 2049. Roger Deakins is probably the best cinematographer, maybe of all time, but definitely still working. He's absolutely incredible. So Blade Runner 2049, obviously you get like the dystopian, futuristic, all the neon, and all that stuff, but to be able to shoot that stuff in a way where it doesn't get too murky, too blended in, the light doesn't blur out everything else, is absolutely incredible. But the different settings that you get in this movie as well, the close-up scenes where Gosling's doing his like litmus test where they check his baseline because he's a replicant and we all know it. Like it's just everything in this movie screams Deakins. I almost picked 1917 also, but again, I kind of thought that you would, and I felt like you wouldn't pick 2049, and I think I love that movie, so.
it is the best part of that movie is how well it's shot.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm eliminating off of yours.
Yeah.
There Will Be Blood.
Cool. And you had 1917
and
Apocalypse Now. Man, interesting position you put me in, because is it going to be a Deakins off, or do I go with the classic? There's a reason I didn't pick 1917. I do think the cinematography in it is obviously great. But I feel like this is a pro and a con at the same time, because it is all one shot. You're kind of putting Deakins into a specific type of box. There's only there's only so much he can do when he has to film a movie that way. And despite it being a pro and a con, I think the pro outweighs it in that you put Roger Deakins in a box and he still absolutely fucking crushed it, which is why I'm going to eliminate Apocalypse Now.
Wow. I already have my argument for Apocalypse Now, why it should... I was like, your movie uses CGI, mine doesn't. And, which I'm still going to make that same argument.
Your movie does use CGI, and quite a bit of it.
Not as much as your movie, though.
Okay.
And I think because mine, how well... Like, people went to that movie, and they didn't know that could be done. That movie, the cinematography knocked everyone's socks off.
Sure.
So that's why I think 1917 should win.
Yeah. We're still going to play rock, paper, scissors for
Alrighty.
it.
I tried. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yes.
Fuck! Why'd it have to be that movie?
So, Blade Runner 2049 wins the Oscars for Best Cinematography. Next up, we have Screenplay. Like you said, we combined original and adapted into one category for ours. I'll go and tell you now, all of mine are original. I think that takes a lot more skill to not have source material and to be inventing something off your dome. But my nominees for Best Screenplay are Orson Welles and Mr. Mank for Citizen Kane, Quentin Tarantino for Pulp Fiction.
Mike.
Huh? Mank. And Sofia Coppola for Lost in Translation.
So you put Mank on there, but you don't put Robert Avery for Pulp Fiction? He co-wrote it.
Good for him.
I'm very surprised this movie did not make it. To me, Best Supporting and Screenplay, hardest to. Without a fucking doubt.
Oh, yeah, Screenplay was incredibly difficult. At some point, I just kind of, had to just make a decision,
Yeah. So, surprised this is not on your list. Casablanca, and it's 5 writers.
Yeah, that's so weird. I looked for Casablanca, and for whatever reason, I couldn't find it on the list of winners. But I believe you, because I knew that it should be there.
Quentin Tarantino.
Uh-huh.
For Django Unchained.
I knew you would do that.
Quentin Tarantino, Roger Avery for Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
So your winner, Pulp Fiction Best Screenplay.
Yeah. All right. Next up, I have Best Director. This one was really tough for me. Also, we never talked about it. Did we have the only 2 rule for this?
Only 3.
Only 3? Wait.
You can nominate the same movie 3 times.
Okay.
It was so I didn't have any even.
I don't have any over.
Go 3.
Yeah, I don't even think I have a double.
I have 2 doubles.
So this one was really tough for me because direction over time has gotten way better and also I think more necessary. Like back in the old days of Hollywood, you didn't really have to do a ton of directing. You could just kind of let your actors cook. And Hitchcock was really kind of the first, to me, true, director. He really took control of his films. Yeah. And used direction as a way. So I went fairly new school. And by new school, I mean, the most recent 25% of film history for mine. So I have James Cameron for Titanic. I guess Titanic's my only double. Maybe there'll be another one I just missed. I have Alexander Inarritu for Birdman, and I have Damien Chazelle for La La Land.
Not uncommon. Good. Add a little bit of spice to the show,
Yeah.
I have Jonathan Demme, Silence of the Lambs, Hitchcock, manipulate the audience. You want that in your thriller. He does it so fucking well with those camera angles. Milos Forman for Amadeus, to handle that relationship and all the dynamics that comes with that rivalry relationship, however you want to look at it, and channel all that and make it make sense. I had to put it on here. And talk about making a movie make sense. The Daniels, Everything Everywhere All at Once. You took all of that crazy shit
Mm-hmm.
and made it into a movie that made 80% of my movie theater cry. And I'm sure it was like that for every single screening. So to handle all of that and the story you're trying to tell and make it all make sense, I thought they 100% deserve to be nominated for Best Directors.
Yeah.
But we got to eliminate one.
Yep.
So I hate it. I hate it. I love this movie more than anyone else, I think, because I'm the only person I hear talk about it, but I don't get on the internet. So people might be talking about this shit all the time. But Amadeus,
Yeah.
hit the road, Jack.
I will just so you don't feel alone. I don't really listen to it anymore because they changed it up and made it way more douchey. But Barstool had like a movie podcast, and one of the guys that was like the original 3 on the podcast fucking loved Amadeus. Like, so you're not alone.
Good.
They're out there. From mine, oh man, tough. I might have a little bit of recency bias for Birdman because I just watched it a couple weeks ago, but I still think it's absolutely incredible.
Junior.
I'm gonna knock off Cameron for Titanic.
Yeah, it's such a safe movie.
Yeah, I think it's still incredible direction, but like,
yeah, 1000%. Like, James Cameron's Titanic is Spielberg levels of good and iconic.
Yeah, agreed.
And that's like a movie magic that you don't see anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I have the Daniels
Mm-hmm.
and Jonathan Demme left. And you have...
Chazelle for Lala and Inarritu for Birdman.
I'm knocking one of his off, and it's hard for me.
Yeah.
Because La La Land has so many dynamics, and it goes into this fantasy worldish,
Yeah.
and he makes it all make sense.
Yeah.
I'm giving the nod, and I'm going to keep Chazelle.
Okay. Cool.
So, you're knocking off... I know you're knocking off. I don't like it, but I know.
Wait, so you had Everything Everywhere and what?
The Daniels and Jonathan Demme for Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, I'm definitely knocking off Demme.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But this is incredibly hard because the only reason I didn't pick the Daniels was because I talked myself into that movie being like too recent. Because they would have been on my list instead of Cameron. Which means they would have won. So unless you just like legitimately feel like La La Land, you should have picked it, then I'll side with you and go with Everything Everywhere All at Once on this one.
I was thinking the same thing, actually.
That you
I
should flip.
I was going to go. I was like, you know what? La La Land. Fuck it. Let's give it to him.
Yeah, I think I was really just trying to avoid conflict and speed things up. I do think La La Land is the correct choice. So, unless you're opposed,
No.
let's give it to the boy. Okay, cool. So Chazelle wins for Best Director for La La Land. Next up, we have Supporting Actress. So my nominations are Rita Moreno for the original West Side Story. If you ever actually watch that movie one day, you will fall head over heels in love with her. She's your type.
Hell yeah.
Angelina Jolie for Girl Interrupted, and Laura Dern for Marriage Story.
And on the comment, I have Josephine Hull for Harvey. Marissa Tomei for My Cousin Vinny. Surprised that won. So I was like, fuck it, you make the list. Viola Davis for Fences.
Yeah.
I'm taking off Marissa Tomei for My Cousin Vinny.
I'm taking off Dern for Marriage Story.
And you have
Angelina Jolie for Girl Interrupted and Rita Moreno for West Side Story.
I haven't seen either of those.
I haven't seen either of yours. Which is why they're not.
Shit.
Yeah. That makes it tough, huh?
We've never had this come up before.
No, we haven't. What are Mike? I've never. Wait, you took Tomei off, so you have Davis for Fences,
and Josephine Hull for Harvey. And if I had to take another one off, which I guess is what we're going to do, we're going to knock another one off.
Yeah, of our own.
I'm knocking off Josephine for Harvey because it's a typical, really good old school performance. Like, she's working off of James Stewart, my favorite actor.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, good director, but Viola Davis for Fences, she's like heavyweight matchup with Denzel Washington.
Yeah, and I'm gonna knock off Rita Moreno for mine and leave Angelina Jolie, and be happy that she came in second because there's no way that I'm gonna make an argument over Viola Davis because she's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Like, so. Next up, we have Best Supporting Actor. So you're gonna be so happy. I have Joe Pesci for Goodfellas. J.K. Simmons for Whiplash, and Christian Bale for The Fighter.
I thought we was gonna have to say 3 dogs.
Yeah, I feel like I'm interested to see what the one we don't have is, but because I feel strongly about all three of mine.
So difficult.
Yeah, tough one. Incredible.
I wanted Harvey or Bardem on there. I could go back in time and pick more, but I felt like I couldn't leave this off because it's legit one of the greatest performances of all time.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger, Joker, Dark Knight.
Okay, cool.
Joe Pesci, Goodfellas.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons, Whiplash. Those are my other two.
Yeah, I had Heath on mine, and I took him off to put Bale in for The Fighter. Because, in all honesty,
you picked Batman over him.
Equally transformative performances.
Yeah. I also had Jared Leto, another Joker, for Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, which he's incredible in. He really is.
So it's down to Joe Pesci and J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons has more to do, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I really don't fucking like it.
Yeah.
But I did get a small win, no pun intended, Joe Pesci. But he made your list. So
he did. So we're going J.K. Simmons.
That movie doesn't work without J.K. Simmons.
No, that movie is nothing without J.K. Simmons.
You could recast Miles Teller.
Yeah.
It'll be hard. You can recast Miles Teller. You cannot recast J.K. Simmons.
I feel like Zac Efron could have done that role too.
He's a little too old, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right time. You called him at the right time, yeah.
Yep. All right.
Actually, he was recast. In the short film, J.K. Simmons was still J.K. Simmons' character. He was Fletch.
That's true.
So there you go. Argument done.
Yeah. All right. So J.K. Simmons wins Best Supporting Actor for Whiplash. Next up, we have Best Leading Actress. So I have Louise Fletcher for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest as Nurse Ratched.
Surprised you even seen that movie, honestly.
Kathy Bates for Misery. And Frances McDormand for Three Billboards.
Wow. I have Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I have Charlize Theron for Monster. And I have the winner, Kathy Bates for Misery.
Nice.
Not see that coming.
Yeah.
That was my last one. I was like, it's between two. I was like, I like this movie better.
Yeah.
And that's why. But Mama said.
Yeah, also, I meant to say this earlier. I forgot her name, and I'm upset about that because I looked at it specifically so I could bitch about this on this video. I'm still fucking pissed that the daughter did not get from Everything Everywhere All at Once, did not get the win.
And Jamie Lee Curtis did.
She got nominated, but she didn't win. And that was just like, I love Jamie Lee Curtis. That was such a pity Oscar.
Yeah.
It's
1000%.
like, you put hot dogs on your fingers, you win Oscars? I mean, whatever. Anyways. Next up, we have lead actor. So my nominations are Daniel Day-Lewis for There Will Be Blood, Gregory Peck for To Kill a Mockingbird, and Denzel Washington for Training Day.
Wow. Thought we was going to have one in common. We do not. Surprise. I fuck with Training Day. This one's not on your list because I don't think you've ever seen this movie. But Ray Fox has Ray Charles and Ray.
You mean Jamie Foxx?
Jamie, what did I say?
You said Ray Fox.
I could have said Red Fox. That would be a totally different movie.
That would be a very different movie.
Matthew McConaughey, Dallas Buyers Club.
Mm-hmm.
And the one I thought was going to be on your list, Casey Affleck, Manchester by the Sea.
Yeah, it was close. Honestly, well, both McConaughey and Affleck were both very close to making it, but
I don't know which one. I guess if I have to, I guess I'll take Casey Affleck off. Like, this is fucking hard.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx is my winner, but looking at what Matthew McConaughey did to himself,
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
I can't put Casey Affleck over that.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's
So
fair. Okay, I'm gonna take shit. I really don't want to, but I'm gonna take Gregory Peck off for Mockingbird.
you know why? Because King Kong has shit on him.
Yeah.
Now I got shit on Denzel. And you said the other one was who?
So Denzel for Training Day and Daniel Day-Lewis for There Will Be Blood.
I'm keeping Denzel.
I love it.
That's my dog.
If I had to knock one, I would have knocked Daniel Day off if I had to do one more for my own.
But
So Jamie Foxx versus Denzel.
you're knocking McConaughey off?
Well,
You haven't even seen Ray, have you?
yeah, I haven't, but I trust your movie opinion. Do you want me to not? You said Jamie
I didn't
Foxx.
know.
You said Jamie Foxx was your winner.
I didn't know. Yeah, Jamie Foxx would be my winner.
Yeah, so I have heard enough about that role. I didn't nominate McConaughey. And I could have. And I thought about it. And so since I thought about it and I chose not to, I'm going to knock him off of yours.
Okay, cool.
So, Jamie Foxx versus Denzel Washington.
Keeping Ray. Ray Fox. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Motherfucker.
Let's go.
Can't get shit today.
You cannot pick Jamie Foxx over Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington is like the best actor.
Go home and watch Ray and tell me that's not the best performance you've ever seen in your life.
Okay, I'll watch it. I won't tell you that, even if I think it's true. So, I mean... All right, then finally, the all-time Best Picture winner, which isn't really fair because some shitty movies have won Best Picture. But here we are, looking at you, Crash and Coda. So my nominees are No Country for Old Men, Casablanca,
I want No Country on my list.
and The Godfather.
So I picked Coda. I'm just kidding. This could have easily been 5 for a lot of these categories.
Yeah.
No Country, Old Men, Everything Everywhere All at Once I wanted to put in this spot.
Yeah.
I thought these movies were better. One of them I knew he was going to knock off, so I kept it on here anyways. Because fuck you. Rocky, Best Picture winner.
Yeah, so is Crash.
Sorry about that. And then we both have Godfather and Casablanca in common. I'm knocking off Godfather on mine, even though it's a better technically made movie than Casablanca.
Yeah, that's a time thing, though.
Casablanca just hits on all levels.
Yeah.
And Casablanca is like top 4 favorite greatest movies of all time.
Well, you sure don't have to convince me, because I would also knock The Godfather off of mine. And solidify Casablanca as the best picture winning movie.
Of all time.
Of all time.
For now.
For now.
Poor Things. I think it might win, but I don't think it's going to give it a run for its money.
Yeah.
Is Poor Things even nominated?
Yes, it is nominated for
Good.
Best Picture.
Good.
Yeah.
But let us know where we fucked up, or if we didn't fuck up, what movies did we miss out on, what categories did we fuck up. All in the comment section below. Scroll back up, hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.